on the topic Global Trade and Policy Challenges in the Agricultural Sector. And the moderator for this session is Nurhan Abu Samra. And Nurhan Abu Samra is a market and macro reporter at Monify, where she covers the global economic trends with a focus on Middle East, Southeast Asia, and India. Alongside with her, we have the speaker as Sandra Romero, who is the CEO of QR Agri and Food Consulting with over 20 years of experience in the food and agricultural industry. We also have Talal Akil, who is a seasoned executive with over 30 years of experience across the finance, investments, and the real estate sectors in the MENA region. Lastly, we have in this panel is Sheikh Mohammed Nauman, who brings over 20 years of profound expertise as an investment professional. He specializes in the investment securities, risk calculation, and financial engineering. Please give them a huge round of applause.
My name is Nurhan. I'm glad to be with you all today. Thank you for your time. I'm here with Sandra and Mohammed. This is a very interesting panel. Actually, I was very excited for it because it comes at the perfect time when things are looking a bit dramatic for trade. So 2025 has been a loud year for trade, for sure. Tariff threats, export bans, a growing obsession with self-sufficiency. And in agriculture, those policies don't just move numbers on a chart. They also decide what gets planted, what gets processed, what gets priced, and where capital is invested. Today, we're going to unpack how policy volatility, trade alignment, and sustainability are reshaping the sector and where the real opportunities lie once the dust actually settles. I would like to start with you, Sandra. You work directly with exporters, processors, all kinds of people in the agriculture industry, and you navigate regulations every day. What's one clear example from this year where a policy change or tariff threat directly disrupted how your clients move products across borders?
You see, right now, I am, hello? Yes? Okay. I work with different farmers in different production sites. I work for brokers, with exporters, in different sites. And you know, one of the things with the trades right now, it is just see trades in United States, Canada, and from Canada, yes. And we are having a little things about well, now how will go to do? Yes, there are some big relation in between Canada and United States, for example, and the people now thinking, okay, right now, what I go to do with my product? If I have only one or two that I sell my product, where I do trade with it, yes? So right now, the thing is, the people is taking a little more serious the things for trade, yes? Mm-hmm. Traded products outside, for example, the United States, or outside Canada, or outside other countries. But one of the things that it is how I can do this global trade. Yes, what is the legislation and what is the regulatory requirements that I have with other countries? And that's coming a little more frustrating, we can say, with people that they don't know what it is those regulations. What is this kind of approach that they have? And it is over there that's coming the global standards, mm-hmm. Yes, that I'm looking into. So the global standard really that give the possibility to those that want to trade, that want to explore other markets, to have a kind of approach, a global approach for all those food safety regulatory frameworks, schemes, in a manner to bring their products outside walls, without the walls of trades, without the walls of taxes. Mm-hmm. Okay. So it is.
This brings another question to mind. So you talked about a lot of like changes and regulations that people aren't really aware of now. So when trade routes or sourcing locations start shifting because of policy changes, who ends up paying the price? The farmer, the exporter, the buyer? How are you seeing costs being passed on in your part of the world?
Well, when we are when we are talking about trades, the things that the people that pays the more is the consumers, really, because the people that it is performing their products or selling their products, they go to put the taxes in the products, in the price of that one, yes? They don't go to lose money for it, yes? So the price, it will be directly in the product. And who buy the product? The consumers. So really, the last price, it will be that one. So everything, it will be higher because of that, yes? So the products becomes more expensive because of the taxes. The consumers go to pay more expensive to have their products. The same products that they have in before a better price. Right now they go to have it a high price because the taxes. Yeah. So that is the problem. It's the consumers. And the thing is, with that policies, when the salary of the consumer, it won't change. That won't change. It will be the same salary, yes. So they go to look for other ways, other alternatives, other markets, yes. And really also, the producer also, that they going to be attacked a little while with these taxes, they go to see other markets also. Because for them, the production, it could be a little more expensive. They can pay their employees, yes, and that give a kind of cycle, you know, a productive cycle for this.
I'd like to move on to you, Naaman. You operate in a different part, kind of. You manage investment portfolios, big investment portfolios. I would like to know how agriculture fits into your part of the world.
Hi guys, my name is Sheikh Mohammad Naaman. Thank you so much for honoring me here. You must be wondering what the investment banker is doing here in the agriculture event. Actually, we have a portfolio in the different sectors like artificial intelligence, blockchain, Web3, tokenization, sustainability stuff. So these are the core areas of investment we are deploying our own capital in GCC region. One of the reasons that I'm here because in this part of the world, particularly Saudi Arabia and UAE, Sharjah, they're doing massive investment in the R&D, research and development. Because of that, they are doing the agriculture stuff in Sharjah. A lot of harvest is happening in Sharjah. A lot of AI tools being used where we are deploying the capital in AI tools like drones. They are reducing the manpower. They are using all automated stuff. Therefore, technology is coming in, and it's a very massive return on investments. As an investor, it's a very productive and progressive vision to get into the agriculture because this something is never going to end up. So every business has their own bad and good reasons, and the agriculture is never going to end up. So one of the reasons that mostly investors who are traditional mindset people, they want to adopt the AI so that they can utilize their tools and make it more productive and more better production and less cost from the labor side. So these kind of things are happening in the region. Yesterday I was reading an article that the Dubai government has invested a massive amount in agriculture as well, and that means they're making the green lane from the desert. So maybe for the Western world it's a little bit shocking, but the way the technology is revolving the countries, Saudi Arabia, if you saw on a map, there are middle of nowhere in desert, you will see the green lane. So people will be shocked. It's all about technology is being adopted, top of the top in the region. They are adopting it and they are investing the money for the future of their generation. So I think one of the best part for the people who are in the agriculture business, I highly recommend them as well. Try to come over this region, because it's a shift of power, I would say, shift of power of the business. Power in a man, then a businessman. Shifting, not power in terms of war, in terms of businesses. So people are moving here because of the businesses. There's a massive opportunity in any kind of sector, agriculture, technology, everything. For example, the massive data center is being built in human history in Abu Dhabi. His Highness Sheikh Tanun bin Zayed Al Nahyan, he's investing $1.4 trillion in artificial intelligence. So it's a massive shift from the west to the east. So why not? That's why I recommend people should come over and explore themselves. We are here already in the market to explore ourselves as well.
Because you manage investment portfolios, you're also exposed to the factors that we were speaking with Sandra about. I want to know how the dynamics of the policy changes that happened and the reversals, the uncertainty. How did you factor that into your risk calculations in 2025?
Well, as an intangible guy, every tangible has an intangible valuations. So of course, in a normal traditional business, there is always a high risk, but we have a collateral at the backside. The government is supportive over here. One of the best part is reduces the risk of the investor. The government is pretty supportive. They are working on a sustainability, green energy stuff. So in this part of the world, we have a strong back of the government. They're backing us, the local investor, international investors, to support them, to aggregate them, so that because they know oil economy is no more sustainable because a new era is coming in the battery stuff. Right? So that's why they are diversifying the economy on the oil economy to the tourism, agriculture, artificial intelligence, all that. So from that perspective, we have a very low risk. Of course, there is always a risk in business, but in this part of the world, we get support from the government. And if you got a head on your hand of the government on your head, I would say it's pretty secure to go ahead and do the investments.
Okay, that sounds good to me. Sandra, we talk a lot about tariffs, but non-tariff barriers are also a real choke point in agriculture. Where do you see the biggest friction right now? Is it documentation, certification, logistics? Where's the biggest choke point in agriculture trade right now?
That is very interesting. You are discussing about risk. And I'm discussing about risk and trust. We are consumer, because everybody is consumer here. We want trust, yes? We want to make sure that the food that we are eating is good. Yes, it's good for my nutrition, it's good for my children's, it's good for my country, yes? It's good for my business also. If I have a supermarket, yes? I need just to make sure that I don't have any recall. I want to make sure that my food is safe. And the only manner to create that trust is with food safety. That over there is my role, yeah? Food safety. What the food safety coming there? The food safety coming with global standards. When you want to trade things, when you want to trade your products, do you need to make sure to bring your products a kind of brand security? Yes, we're talking about food security also today. We're talking about technology. We are talking about productivity. But what if we have productivity? We have IT, we have all the things, yes, but we don't have, we have a lack of commitment in the company that is performing those products. We are a lack of documentation in our food safety. We don't know what is the regulation. We have problems to understand what is a global standard, yeah? So over there really, it is over there that we can, in certain manner, to deal with the no trades. Because right now there are many countries that there are many many relationships with other countries that, in certain manner, help the producer to trade products. However, there are requirements. They have regulations because they don't want to have products inside their country that it will be, in certain manner, damage their people and damage their business. So the only manner to have that one is with this. That one, I don't know if somebody in between you know about the, for example, global gap. Yes, there is a standard, it's global. Yes, we have, for example, India gap, European gap, but that one is locals. That one is only for that countries. Canada gap, that is for those countries. Global gap is a little, but it's global. Yes, it's a standard that is global, and it is there for those people that want to trade safe, yes, and for those consumers that want to have that trust.
Nauman, when capital looks at agriculture today, does policy risk push investors away naturally, or does it push them towards other areas of agriculture that maybe they haven't looked at before?
Is mostly know that UAE, but let's say Middle East, it's been mostly importers from the different part of the world. The biggest exporter in the world of the wheat and rice is from Ukraine, because the number one soil in the world is, I think, from Ukraine. I'm originally from Pakistan, so I know that we've been importing a lot of things from Russia and Ukraine as well. So investors goes there where is a less risk and the more productivity, because the UAE is a phenomenon now that they don't want to be dependent on the imports. They want to be self-sustainable. It's same Saudi Arabia as well. So they're building massive infrastructure for the investors. They come in the picture, they invest in, then they grow the economy. And they're the huge value in the economy for the self-sustainability. So one of the reasons that, as an investor's point of view, is one of the most secure area right now to develop, because again, like I said earlier, that government being supportive, and as an investor, we go where the new revolving market happening. For example, a couple of months before, everybody was talking about UAE is developing, Saudi Arabia is developing, Qatar is developing, all this. I would say entire region is developing, but there is a policy shift, there is a power shift, there is a business shift happening in the Middle East. And in terms of self-sustainability, that's why government is giving the free land. I know one guy in Sharjah, he's the head of the Sharjah invest in Sharjah. He proposed, he's like brother to me, and he proposed that anybody want to come here, build their own factory, we are happy to give them a free land. If they are given free land to build their factory, imagine how much support you need from the government side. So this is one of the things happening in the region, which is shifting the power stuff in the business and make it more sustainable in the society.
And which area of agriculture right now are you seeing the most opportunity, despite the volatility that we're seeing?
Technology, I would say, because I'm mostly in Sharjah. Sharjah Research. Last week there was a massive investment forum, Sharjah Investment Forum, and we interacted with a lot of international investors, a lot of innovators. They brought their own technology, which is helping massively in agriculture products. So in Sharjah, they are more accepting the technology, which is value adding to the country and the economy.
Nice. Technology is into everything right now, even in the most traditional industries.
Traditionally is okay to use the labor. Look, I believe I'm not a guy who want to replace a human. I always believe AI is here to make you more powerful, to make you more efficient, to make you more productive, more progressive. AI can never replace a human being, because AI still need a power to feed them information. For example, we adopted one bot from Germany that is for audited firms. Like anybody want to do the audits, if they're doing the 100 audits in a month, the bot will be fed the information by the human. Like I'm a chartered accountant, I will feed my information to my bot, and that bot will produce 300 audits in a month. So from 100 to 300, that means that it's creating the efficiency, productivity, progressive. So this one is happening in the technology. Anybody wants to skill themselves, they have to adopt the technology. They have to get into the AI stuff. And this is one of the finest, fastest thing to grow and scale yourself. Any part of the world, not only in the region, that's for every part of the world.
I agree 100%. Sandra, we talked about all types of barriers, tariff, non-tariff. If you could redesign one part of global trade rules for agriculture tomorrow, what would it be?
Well, I think that one of the things that we can, I don't think so that we change. We need to really be a little more innovative, a little more curious in training global gap in things. And if it is necessary, have the way to dig in a little more about our things, consult with the experts, go to the investment sides, and know about the government also, just to see what strategies that can have or they can afford. Same if you are small, but you are medium or you are large, always they have an opportunity to trade products, to have better ways to do it, yes.
I have so many more questions, but I'm sure everyone here is hungry now because it's lunchtime. So I think it's only fair to close us out. If 2025 taught us anything, it's that policy volatility isn't going to go away, but there's white space here and there, opportunities that we can spot. Thank you guys so much for this amazing conversation, and thank you everyone for listening in.
Thank you so much.